I think a pretty common theme these days is the labor shortage. And how are we trying to adapt to this common theme? We're talking about the adaptability of modularity, which is sometimes difficult for me to say, and connectivity combined. Now, we're standing in front of a SW machine. I have Eileen with me, and we're going to talk about how SW can support you with that modularity and connectivity to help you kind of balance out that labor shortage that we're currently all going through. So can we discuss a little bit about, firstly, modularity, and then we'll segue into the connectivity of all of it?
For sure. To start with the modularity, we see one example of that right behind us, the integrated automation, which is really like a lights out type of machining. You can have the setup and have it run for multiple shifts. That's one option. SW gives a lot of other modular options. That's where the modularity word is coming from. So you have the machine, but you have other pieces like a storage tower or an AGV that are connecting even like your storage to the machines. So you don't need as many people on the shop floor and can really have just these specialized people that really have high knowledge.
And we need to have those high knowledge people for sure. And we're talking about this modularity. It almost sounds to me a little bit like Legos. Is that kind of something you've talked about before?
Yes. I compare it sometimes with Legos because everyone knows Legos, everyone loves it. So you have these different pieces that all at the end should create some sort of world or a tower, whatever you want it to be, and have some function. And but the Lego pieces, if they just lay on top, they're not really functional. So you need to connect these pieces, and that's really the modular and the connection. It's both needed to be a perfect solution.
Right. We love Legos unless we step on them when they're not connected, right? So as
Correct.
we segue into the connectivity, there's a lot of different options here. And something that I find fascinating is that little cart that rolls around. And I'd like to talk more about that and how that works with everything that we see moving behind us as well. Can we discuss that?
Sure. So at SW it's called MR-1, so Mobile Rob 1. This little cart helps the customer to connect the storage, the raw material storage, that could be further away in the production to the machine or to machines. So even one cart can connect multiple machines and really take raw parts or also finished parts to the next step of the production. And why we don't use always automation or for it in the sense of like robots, but use the AGV, is you are flexible. The AGV can drive around people. It can adapt to changing situations at the shop floor. You know, if your layout changes, it has a vision tool in it, so it can really get the data and changes layout and move around things.
So to bring this kind of back to the beginning of the conversation, when we're talking about labor shortage, it's fascinating technology to me because I just imagine in my head, and we're standing in your technology center in Germany right now, and I see a bunch of machines. Mm-hmm. So in my head, I'm envisioning, you know, 1, 2, 3 of these things kind of running around, maybe one person in the entire shop, and it's picking up raw material, taking it to the machine, the machine's machining it, then it's another cart or the same cart, taking it to a finishing area. Whatever you actually need to do is being done, maximizing the potential of the shop floor while balancing that same thing we started this conversation with a labor shortage, right?
Correct, yeah, that's absolutely right. So it ties into a lot of different topics and it gives the flexibility. We basically look at what's the customer's concern really about the production. Is it labor? Is it floor space? Is it whatever it is? And then try to find the best solution possible. And having these modular options that we can, you know, pick and choose from our SW portfolio really generates a customized solution, even though the costs don't explode as a customized solution because you have standardized modules.
And I'm thinking here while you're talking, Eileen, and I go, okay, when they know that it's capable, and the first thing that pops into my head before I even ask the question I'm getting ready to ask is, I already know SW is fantastic at service and support, but it moves into the question of how easy is it actually with all of this connectivity to bring all of these Lego pieces together so they're communicating, and once they are communicating, does it stay that way or do I have to worry about anything when I'm trying to make it all work together?
Mm-hmm. Well, connectivity is making things easier, and it's supposed to do that. So we have options like the SW Cloud Platform that is really connecting all the data gathered by our IoT gateway within the machine. There's like a little, in the cabinet, there's like a little box that takes all the data and collects it for the customer. The cloud platform brings it into a layout that's easily understood and helps you really reacting really fast on the shop floor. It saves you time because you know what's up, and you can also do preventive maintenance with it. Also, you have the option to do like remote help. So you talked about, you have a great maintenance team, but then you stand there and maybe there's something you haven't seen before. So you can exchange a key. It's a really secure way to talk to our service team. They can go onto the panel and see what's up and maybe send already the right spare part along with the service technician so you save time.
Again, I'm going to use the word fascinating, and I'll tell you why, because with MTD being a global company, we get to see a lot of shops, and I'm immediately implementing this technology from SW into so many shops I've been into, and I go, they could use this. So I think the next thing we need to do for the audience that is watching is just let them know SW is here to support them, to give them that confidence, to educate them on anything that they need for their shop to help them move forward with implementation. Because how many times have you walked into a shop, know something could be done, but it's kind of the miseducation or undereducation, or maybe even I'm comfortable doing something that we can go, look guys, we need to take a look at this. This could change the way you do work in your shop. Just give us a call and we can help support you with that, right?
Yeah, for sure. We really look at the customer and their specific needs. Also, COVID created new needs for people, not being able to come back onto the shop floor. We had many customers that were really winners out of this time because they had already set up their shop floor with automation. So they were able to fill in other production gaps that the competition maybe wasn't. So we have helped a lot of customers, and we're eager to, help more.
Well, with that being said, thank you all for watching. Eileen, now I'm going to go play with some Legos. You've got me excited about that, but also I'm going to play with some of your automation that we have here. Thank you all for watching. Eileen, thank you for being here. We appreciate you.